Now, Rory Feek is a world-class storyteller. He uses music and film, television, and books to share his work. As a songwriter, he's written numerous #1 hits. As a recording artist, Rory and his wife made up the Grammy Award-winning duo Joey and Rory. They sold over 1 million records before Joey's untimely death back in 2016. Today, her legacy lives on in much of Rory's work, as well as in their daughter, Indiana. Rory just released his first solo album. It's called Gentle Man. Please welcome back to the show one of our favorites, Rory Feek. Indiana, I think I'm as excited to have you here as I am your dad. So happy that you came with him today. Are you his chaperone?
Yeah.
I think that's a great idea because you know what, having been around him a little bit, he needs one, and you're it.
I do.
Roy, it's great having you here.
It's good to be here, and she got all dressed up, and she wanted to come and see you, so I'm glad she's here too.
Me too. We just love having you and love having Indiana with you. This new album is, it's just brilliant. And we're going to get to do one of the songs on it. It's called Gentle Man. But these songs are so from the heart, and I think it's going to be a blockbuster. I truly do.
Thank you, I appreciate it. I'm excited about it. I've never made my own record before. I've made some recordings with my wife through the years, but this is the first time to make my own album, and it's been a fun process. We actually recorded it, Ben Isaacs and Matt Johnson and I, just, 50 feet from here, not very far, so it's like coming home to where we recorded it.
For a while after Joey passed away, you kind of put music aside for a little while, and when did you feel like you could go back and just get back into music without her?
Well, it took a couple of years. We have a concert hall at our farm, and so that stayed empty for about 2 years. But when you're walking across your driveway and you see that big building empty, at some point it felt like, God had it there for a purpose, and He still has it. So I started by getting back on stage at our concert hall, and then it took a few years for me to record. It's been a process. I've enjoyed being part of a music career with her so much. I didn't think I wanted or needed anything else, but now that I've had a chance to do this, I think she would really love it too.
I think she would be honored by the music that you're producing in this album. So many great tunes where there's a deep, wonderful message. You're known as a storyteller. In your books, on your blog, you got almost 3 million people who follow Rory Feek on your blog. That's pretty amazing. Yeah. So what do you feel like if somebody said, Rory, what is it you do? Musician, writer, blogger, farmer? You got a lot of titles. Yeah. How do you describe yourself?
A storyteller. I would say I'm a storyteller, and maybe even more than that, I'm a story liver. I've learned through the years, I came to Nashville to learn how to write or tell a good story through songs, and I think I got a chance to do that. And after time went on, I kind of got to a point to where that really wasn't as fulfilling as I hoped. And I didn't want to write about a man or a person living an extraordinary story. I wanted to live one. So Joey and I we changed directions, and we started trying to live a great story, not just write one. And that's really what's happened. And I think my favorite part of my life is getting to be part of a story, not just telling them, but living them.
You did a documentary last year called This Life I Live. You wrote it, you shot it, you put it together. That's pretty big to take on all of those roles. What did people say when they saw the series, and how did they react?
I think people really loved it. We don't have a television, so I never actually see much of what I make. But I think that they really liked it. I know
you go on a television show and tell everybody you don't have TV. Thank you a lot, Rory. That's great. Y'all enjoy Rory. He'll never be back. This is it.
But if I had one, I would watch this show.
There you go. That's the ticket right there. All right, we'll bring it back. So you're going to perform one of the songs tonight on the show called Gentle Man. It is really the theme cut. If you could describe this song, I know people will certainly get it and hear it, but I immediately fell in love with it because it just kind of took me back to the way most of us were raised.
Right. Well, the song is about a value system that a father has that he's passing on to his child, to his son. And I didn't actually grow up with that. My parents split very young, and so it took me a long time to find my own way. And I think now more than ever, our young people, our children, they just need some help and some guidance. And that's really what this song is about, is some things seem like they're out of date and out of style, but they still matter. And that's really what the song's
And manners are never out of style. It's a beautiful song that you're going to get to hear. And you can get your copy of Rory Feek's Gentle Man anywhere music is sold and streamed. And for the latest on Rory's music, blogs, and stories, go to roryfeek.com. It's right there on your screen.